So I'm 100 hours into Dinkum, and I figured I could do a quick game review. Hello and welcome to Assorted Meeples. I'm Phillip the Meeple on duty, and today I'm covering the game Dinkum, which just had its autumn update released, and it was a huge one with some quality of life a lot of quality of life improvements, as well as some new content for the game overall. This is one that Shane, Corrupt Overlord, first tried and told us about, and it is a thing of beauty when you get into it. It is if you took Stardew Valley and you shoved it into an Australian setting, this is what you get. It is a really, really good game, and not one you should sleep on. I think it is well worth paying the full price of admission for, but if it goes on sale and that's your thing, hold out and wait for it. I'm sure it will go on sale. I have no regrets about spending the money I spent on it, and I don't even remember how much that was. But when it was on, I think I picked it up when it was on sale because it was a good price. So I'm going to quit talking right now in this view. I'm going to jump over to the game itself and kind of run through some of the things, the highlights and the things that I like and don't like about the game. And yeah, and then I'll come back with some closing thoughts about it possibly. So let's get into it. One of the first things that I really like for this game is you have your different islands that you have. You have the new game setup, which the character generation is really simple in comparison to some other ones with these fully 3D figures as well. And the multiplayer is extremely easy to set up. If you're hosting, you're going to go in here, you're going to select your island, and then once you start your day, you are going to have the ability to invite people over. The options are pretty good. I'm going to load up this game for Uno. This is my first island that I'm doing besides the one that we played with the Meeples. And they have little hints here at the bottom. This game starts out with you coming from South Block, which is a very depressing town where nobody gets to have any fun or anything. And Grandma License asks you to help her retake her island that she grew up on as a little kid. Now, this is my current set. I decided that I was going to rock the kilt look for a little bit because you can now wear dresses as skirts, and it looks like a lovely kilt. And my top hat is wonderful. You're going to get, like most games, you're going to get furniture and all that you can build up your house with. And stepping outside, you have a gorgeous environment. That is the first thing I will say about this game. There is a truly, truly gorgeous environment that is being built here. And I can't say enough about how pretty this game gets. Now, the sky does change to some ridiculous colors, but something, I don't know if you can see it really well up above my orchard over there. This is summer, and you can see the air simmering like you do when it gets really hot and humid. It's a wonderful feature. Now, you can terraform this and create different levels. You can add roadblocks to everything. This is truly a great game that took care of a lot of little details in everything. Now, besides just being gorgeous, you have your toolbar. You also have your inventory, which is pretty big and holds quite a bit. All your clothing options that you have, so a hat, an accessory, a shirt, pants, and shoes, and all the different tools. I'm a little far into, like I said, this is 100 hours in the game. I think 70, a little over 70 is put into this file, maybe a little less than 70. Now, the inventory system in this, the controls are your basic controls. Your AWSD control your movement around, your mouse moves around. What I really like is if you hit E, you're going to pick up these things. But if you go up to this one like this, it has that repair table right click. Now, if I want to interact with anything in the world, I'm going to left click it instead. So I can take these logs. Now, if I want to put the logs through there, it pops up, insert, and it runs. So it's a very nice 2-click, walk up and 2-click thing. It's a very good system, and it is very consistent overall. Now, crafting table, same thing. You're going to come in here, and it's going to show you all your crafting things that you can make, broken down by tabs of everything you can make. And then when you click on it, it's going to show you what it needs, and they have the crafting. And as you can see, I don't have anything for these in here. The part I really like about this as well is the ingredients that you're putting into this make sense for why you would need them. So like a windmill, it's taking old gears, old springs, iron, some old wheels, things that turn, and tin sheets to make a windmill. It makes sense of why you need those parts. It's not just random things built up. Benches, same thing. Palmwood slats, like you can see why you would need the things you need for those. And then your inventory, what I like about the inventory is while there are a lot of things to store, it's easy to separate them out and create good inventory management. But there's enough that there's a variety, but there's not so much that you are completely overwhelmed with the amount of stuff. So that's my crafting section. Over here is my food section where I have all my food products stored away. Over here I have my farming section with just a couple of places for my seeds and my things. I love that you can set up a very simple, you can set up either an industrial or complex systems. I'm choosing to be a little more simple in this run through. They have some fun things like this hang glider that you can find, as well as, you know, I got my animals here. I also have my vehicle, different vehicles and things like that to get around. Now, getting around the island, the water is the world that you're in. Each map is procedurally generated, so each map you play on is going to be a little different. I have a little bit of a problem because the world generation creates these these rivers that kind of go a little crazy on the map and make it, if you wanted to run just a landmass and you didn't want to use any water vehicles or anything like that, it's very hard and you're going to have to build a lot of bridges. And being that this is based on Australian Outback feel, it's got, I figured to be more one mass with some islands around it rather than broke by all these rivers. But each map, each time you build a new character, you're going to have a different map, and that's really great. Speaking of great things, everything in this game wants to kill you, except for possibly, and will try to kill you, except for possibly the doggos. Now, get back here and take your... Aw, Sharky ran away. Come back here, buddy. I'm not done with you. Everything will try and kill you. You have sharks, you have alligators, you have bush devils, which they are hard. You have doggos, which will not hurt you until you attack them. And you have roos, which will fight back, but try to run away as much as they can because they're not the fighting type, which is weird because a kangaroo will most certainly disembowel you. You also have emus, which I'm not going to go find those guys and try and battle one to the death. Now, the townspeople are... Story-wise, this game is a little flat, but this is more a crafting and exploration and farm sim kind of game, cozy game. But there is some depth here. At some point in the past, this civilization was thriving. Something happened to ruin that, and now you're trying to... Your South Block is basically kind of the last civilization point, and you're getting away from it and rebuilding this island away from the dull drudgery of South Block. Now, the people that come here have their reasons for being here. Like Milton here runs the bank, and he is all about money and that. So I'll let you just discover a lot of it. But you can make a really pretty city if you sit and think about it as well and really plan out where you're going to go. Yes, that croc is actively trying to get to me. I came inside its aggro bubble, and it is now actively trying to path to me to murder me. I'm not going to let him do it, but yeah, if you want to create a really pretty city, you have those options to create a really pretty city. Really, buddy? You got up here? Fine. I'll run away. Let's see if I can't get on the roof. Nope, I missed it. And the characters are all really unique and interesting people with their own, slightly with their own goals and accomplishments besides just being here for things. Like John's Goods over here sells things. Franklin makes sciencey stuff. Tuckerbox is a restaurant. Threadspace is closed. You got your bank, your museum, and then Grandma's Licenses, Throne of Power over here, where she sells you licenses. This game has a very nice experience system as well as licensing system, which allows you to gain more skills and things that you can do. But you have the 2, 4, 6 different skills that you're going to be leveling up in. And as you get higher and higher levels, it's going to open up different licenses at some points as well. The licenses are what max out what tool levels you can have. Like the logging license, you can have the basic axe. Level 2, you get the copper axe. Level 3, you get the iron axe. And those do work better. The metal detecting helps you. The hunting gets you better weapons and better traps. Or the trapping license gets you better traps. And until you get those licenses, you can't use those things, or you don't have those crafting items, so you can't get them. And it really keeps pace with the different levels. So as you get further along in the game, you're going to, here we'll come into here, and these are the things that I have left to get, like getting 15, I need 9,000 points. I have 1,800, almost 1,900 right at the moment. And when you get, it's not hard to get them. You're just going to, you have daily tasks, and when you complete stuff like this one, Harvest Master, there's going to be, do I have Chatterbox? Yeah, so I'm trying to talk to 250 people. I've completed 900. When I finish that, I'm going to get some extra license points. But I also have daily tasks that will give me some, and some tasks are bigger than others and award you more points. So as you go through, you get extra bonuses and then your licenses, and you improve your skills, and it feels very natural and very good. That being said, this game, the combat, while it's pretty good, is still, you got to be looking, and you don't always hit where you want. So I've had times where I'm like, I should be stabbing that thing, and I'm not, and it's going to eat me because I'm missing when I think I should be, or getting turned around when you're fighting a croc or something like that is kind of hard. In the recent autumn update, you can see that little scroll wheel right there. That is my stamina. They changed it up so now that it will auto refill as the day goes on. And when you eat, do I even have any food in my inventory? When you eat food and stuff like that, you get it gives you bonuses for your energy and health meters refilling. I think it is a huge improvement over everything that they were doing beforehand, and makes eating different foods so like this one, you're going to gain 2 hearts and 1.6 energy per second. These are awesome awesome improvements that I think will push the game forward quite a bit and give you different stat bonuses. So that's kind of a quick overview. My general thoughts on this game is it is absolutely fantastic. And if you haven't bought it already, go ahead and buy it. My main things are sometimes I get a little clunky and turned around when either when I'm trying to dig or something like that, and I get turned around where I don't want to be, or in combat stabbing something, I get a little bit. I've seen other players, like the other Meeples, they're much more fluid in it than I am. But so I don't know if that's me or the game program. Some of the different things aren't that big a deal to me. Like, they're doing an absolutely phenomenal job in the development of this game. I wish there was a little more depth to the story, or maybe I'm just missing it or haven't dug that far into it, because I'm kind of antisocial in that I will talk to people and build up friendships, but I'm not going out of my way to like hang out with people right now. And this is another fun one where you can very much either industrialize the entire island, or I've kind of chosen a much more relaxed pace. And usually, like in Stardew, I go full industrial, because kind of what the game puts you on is that like there's almost a push and a grind to grind it out. But in this game, it feels like I have the freedom to like, oh, I'll get there when I get there type of feel. And it's a really good feeling in the game. But those are kind of my thoughts. Really good game. If you haven't already, check this game out. It's on Steam. I think they're working on other editions, but I know for sure it's just on Steam right now. And we will talk to you guys next time. All right. Bye.
If you like what you just saw, please support us by hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel for more great gaming content.